Jordan Long here, and today I'm gonna make a moving show talking about, try to make you feel ashamed for being a wrestling fan. Now, I know I've made this moving show sundry times on my YouTube channel, but there are people who are fans of other sport out there, or sports, more than one, and they might try to make you feel ashamed. Now everybody knows that working wrestling is booked, you know, and that the matches are predetermined, and the wrestlers go to a wrestling learning to learn how to wrestle the right way so they can sell the moves and sell that they're in pain and, and agony and stuff like that. Now, a lot of people tend to not give wrestlers unlook since they're, you know, show playing, and that they tend to give people who play a real sport unlook for some reason. Now, regardless of the double standard on the wrestler or the fighter, apparently there are people out there that go like this. Oh, wrestling's fraudulent. How can you watch something that's fraudulent? Yeah, I know wrestling's fraudulent, and maybe I get enjoyment out of it. I know wrestling's booked. I know the wrestlers are show playing. I know they went to wrestling learning to learn how to wrestle the right way. I know that. Oh, you should watch a sport with real people who have real skills. That's what some of them will do. Some of them will claim, oh, you should watch football since the football players have real skills. Now, I'm not saying that football players don't have real skills, but a football player still has to learn how to play football. He or she still has to take some protection, and he or she still has to know what they're doing. And since the game isn't predetermined and any team can win by any given play, doesn't mean I should watch it, And it's not just some football players who are not just some football fans who actually think this way. There are craft fighting fans who actually they claim they do the same thing to you too. Oh, wrestling's fraudulent. You should watch a real sport like craft fighting. Now those fighters fight for real and they really hurt themselves. First off, why do I want to watch a real fight with real people hurting themselves? And you might get enjoyment out of that. Okay, that's good for you, but I still like wrestling. And it's like some people think, oh, you should like the craft fighters since they fight for real. This whole thing about it being for real, making it better, that's just a win, And there are some craft fighting fans who think that you should like because it's real. Don't get me wrong. Craft fighters have to learn how to do the craft fighting right. There is some safety precautions going on. But some people think since they're fighting or wrestling for real, that means you should like it because they do. Now, trying to make someone feel ashamed of being a wrestling fan is a mean thing, okay? Now, not all football fans or all craft fighting fans feel this way. Not all of them. Some of them are pretty unlook other people. Now, there are those who do not give people unlook for liking it. Those who think that they watching the real sport and that somehow makes them better. It doesn't make anyone better. If someone who watches football and then watches craft fighting, it doesn't make them a better person, or doesn't at least make them a better supporter because the football player is playing for real or the craft fighter is fighting for real, whatever the case might be. These are just fans this is just their fans being mean, okay? I do not remember the National Football League or Ultimate Fighting Championship ever coming out and saying, okay, all you fans, you need to put down wrestling fans. You need to put down World Wrestling Entertainment. It's fraudulent fighting here. It's not real wrestling, not real fighting. They're only show playing. Okay, everybody, we can't give those wrestlers on look. We can't give their fans on look. No. For some reason, there are some fans of football and craft fighting who try to make people who like wrestling ashamed of them feel ashamed. Like it's a bad, like it's a bad thing that wrestling is fraudulent. Now, what these people don't understand is that yes, working wrestling is fraudulent. It's booked, okay? But what they fail to realize is that working wrestling branched it from amateur wrestling. That is a pure wrestling sport. So, but anyway, that's a whole different story for a different day. So anyone that tries to make me feel ashamed of being a wrestling fan, good luck. But I always like wrestling. You like football? That's fine. You like craft fighting? That's fine. You like NFL or UFC? That's fine. But I like WWE, okay? They might not be as big as NFL, and they might not be doing, fraudulent wrestling, unlike the UFC. So that's about it. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later.